Hej och välkomna till Åmåls Sportklubbs magasin Bullseye Show. Idag har vi ett snack med tränare Ken Eddy efter matchen mot Hammarö och vi ska blicka framåt mot Viking-matchen. Hallå Ken!
Ja, tjena Fredrik.
Allt bra?
Ja, det är bra.
Mycket bra.
Mycket bra.
Can you tell me about the game mot Hammarö?
We actually played well. We probably should have taken 3 points, but something that we have to look at, we played them twice now, and there's 6 total points up in the air, and we're ahead 4 points. We've got 4 points, and they've got 2 points, so that's a good thing for us. And in my opinion, Hammarö is probably the best team in the Syria.
Okay.
They're having kind of a similar problem we're having. They're having a problem scoring. They had a lot of chances on Wednesday, and we had a lot of chances, but I think we're better defensively than Hammarö is right now. But they come with speed, they work really hard, and they move the puck around a lot. So going into overtime with a team like that, that's a positive thing. Puck bounces this way or that way different. If some things that I probably shouldn't talk about go our way, then we probably take the match. But this is a really tight series. I've been saying it almost every show that the points are pretty tight and any team can beat any team. I think we saw, what was it, Nor beat, or Viking beat somebody that they weren't that they shouldn't beat, but they did. And Arvika.
Yes.
So things can go in our favor. We just gotta get more scoring from our second and third unit. Right now we're leaning really heavily on our first unit.
The first unit,
and
yes.
that's something that's got to change. We got to have a more balanced attack, and we'll make some adjustments to the lineup. We're not going to have Andreas Engbe for a couple of games here, which hurts and helps. It hurts us because we miss his scoring, but it helps us. So now some new guys can get in some playing time and get into some roles. And maybe then we can balance our scoring attack out, because the players can't sit back and say, "Oh."
But first, from the beginning, the first period.
The first period was really good. Then they get a goal in the second period, pretty quick, and we started going down a little bit, and then we were kind of chasing a little bit there. But the good news is the third period we came back and played really well. And you can't really say much about the overtime. Overtime is 5 minutes, and there was 6 minutes in penalties total. So both teams
they got some real luck.
Yeah, both teams were either shorthanded or on a power play the whole overtime. So it was a tough overtime to play. And we actually had a situation where we had 3-on-3 in an overtime, which I haven't seen very much of, and I've been around hockey a little bit. So,
but you did 3 goals.
Yeah,
two from Andreas and one from Jeff.
And the more important thing about our goals, we got 2 power play goals. The first power play unit was looking really good, and the second unit is starting to gel. Their chemistry is starting to get back. But once again, now we lose Andreas, then we're going to have to shift things around a little bit. But the guys are starting to understand the power play philosophy a little bit more, especially the second unit. And we've got to have 2 units. We can't just rely on one. And against Hammarö, our box play was fantastic. They had 9 power plays, and I think they scored 2 power play goals. The last one was a power play goal. But in the first period, we killed off 3 penalties, which was a big lift for us. The second period, that one was that was a little different. We kind of had a little bit of a lull. We didn't keep the momentum going, but once again, some things I probably shouldn't talk about. The game was stop, start, stop, start. Our momentum was kind of taken away from us, so that didn't help us. But the power play looked a lot better, which is an important thing. And I think right now, we're at 20% with our power play, and we're right at about 80% with our box play. And 80% or above is really good for box play.
But you're 7 in the league?
7 in the league, which is it's kind of deceptive, actually. It's being 7th in this.
3 points up to over the hill to
over
Hammarö.
the hill, and we're only 5 or 6 points out of being right in the middle of everything. And then if you look at the overall Division II Syria, we're 1 point away from the 16th spot, because 15 automatically make it. The next highest points, the 16th team, makes it into the playoffs. And right now we're 1 point out. We got 10, and some team in Vestra or B's got
Ja, del
11.
Serie.
Yeah.
Got 11.
And our Serie Vesta C is probably the strongest Serie out of the three.
Okay.
This Serie this year is totally different than it was last year.
Mm.
Last year it was.
Is it tougher?
It's much tougher. All the teams are good. They're all deep. They all have 3 units that can play, and they all play hard. And it's not going to be easy getting points, and that's something we got to continually stress. I don't want the guys to, with 3 games left, look back and go, oh, you know what? If we would have just taken those. So we need to get things going now, and we need to start taking points now, so that we don't have any regrets when it gets close to the end of the season.
Next game Sunday, Viking.
That's going to be a tough match. You know, they're on the bottom. If you look at it, we're supposed to win that match, but we can't look past them. They're a team that can steal points from anyone, and it's the same with us. And then after Viking, we have Norr, so we can't look past Viking and say, oh, we need to play tough against Norr because they beat us last time. We have to take care of business right now. And what Matthias and I have been stressing with this club when we start the match is the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes is the most important. And we haven't been off to very good starts, but against Hammarö, we played good for the first 5. Then we built off of that and played good for 10. Then it was the whole first period.
Positive goals there with 1954.
Yeah, and those are tough goals to take. You know, that's tough for Hammarö to take when they get scored on late in the period like that. And that tells us that we're playing to the end of the buzzer, to the end of the whistle, and that's what we need to do. We need to be more aggressive, and we can't sit back and wait for somebody else on the team to do it. We've got to take it upon ourselves, and I'm speaking individually. And if all the individuals do their job and play their role and do it to their best abilities, and then you plug that all in on your unit and the units into the team, then you should start playing well. We're actually playing really well, but it's the same thing you've been talking about for a while. Yeah, and it's been 5 games since we've gotten a goal from our second or third unit.
Okay.
And that's a long stretch.
Oh.
You
have to train more.
Yeah, it's a goal drought. We're having a goal drought with our second and third unit, and we gotta fix that. That's up to Matthias and I. We gotta do our job too.
Goalkeeper Sunday, Becker.
We're gonna discuss that. We're on the fence. We might ride the hot guy, which is Jasper Klang, or we might go back to what we've done before. Becker didn't have such great success against Norr, so we'd like Klang to take that match. But we're going to talk to the goalies today and get their feeling on it. We like having all their input because they're young kids and getting kind of inside their mind and understanding what they're feeling.
You told me before they're one unit.
Yeah, they're one unit, and right now our goaltending has been really good. We've been doing a good job on that. We're number 4 in the Serie as far as goals against and team defense. It's just our goal is 4. We're number 7 or number 8, close to number 8. We just haven't been scoring. We haven't been giving our goaltending any support as far as goals go. But that'll change. We'll get it.
Good luck on Sunday.
All right, tack så mycket.
Tack.